Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we're returning to Close Combat 2, A Bridge Too Far, a classic war game from the 1990s. We are a ways into our Let's Play series. It is the second day of Market Garden here, and we are about to fight a battle at the LZ in Oosterbeek. That's the LZ for the British Airborne Division up near Arnhem, the furthest, the third of the three bridges. And we have to hold the LZ so we can continue to receive supplies. The LZ is in danger. It is partially held by us, partially held by the Germans. And we've been just barely holding on by the skin of our teeth the last couple of battles in this particular battlefield. So let's go ahead and jump in. It looks like we have 6 operational points we can use to reinforce our troops. We have an AB rifle section at 50% strength, an AB Bren section, and a Vickers machine gun section. The Vickers is what's been saving us on this map. We've been sticking it in sort of a stone, I don't know if it's a farmhouse or whatever, but we've been sticking it in this stone building in the middle of the battlefield, and it's been sort of clogging up the works of the Germans. Every time they try and advance, if they bring any armor, we are so fucked. But so far they have not. If we take a look here, we have 6 points we can use, so we can use that for a recon section. We can also use it for a couple of Piat sections or a couple of half infantry teams. You know, what do we want to do here? I think we need to reinforce the Vickers in the farmhouse. I think we also need to have some additional troops outside the farmhouse. So probably put one Bren section and a rifle section as well as the Vickers in the farmhouse. That'll be pretty damn vulnerable to enemy mortars. We'll also probably put the remaining Bren section maybe up in this farmhouse to the north, this wooden farmhouse, which we retook last episode. So I think what we'll do is we'll go with 2 half teams. They're not as good experience-wise, but the recon sections are suck in open field combat because they use SMGs. So they're not very good, other than maybe they're a little bit more stealthy. I'm not sure. But I think we're going to go with the 2 half sections. There is a 50 cal, I think, in the game. I think it's only on vehicles. Maybe there's a 50 cal for the Americans, but the British don't have it. 303 Vickers is the heaviest machine gun the British have, at least in their airborne sections. So we'll go ahead and get 2 half teams, ad hoc sections. It's a cottage, that's what it is. Okay, so we've got the cottage, which is our saving grace so far. We've got the Vickers. I'm going to put it back in the cottage because the cottage is a stone building here, so it's more protected against enemies. I'm also going to go ahead and find this Bren section down here. Put the Bren section on the flank in this wooded area here, or this behind this oh shit, go to hide. Behind this hedgerow here, they'll be in cover to protect the flank of the cottage. And then we'll go ahead and take this rifle section and put them in the building. All right, so we'll have the rifle section and the Vickers section set to defend. The Bren section here will be set to hide. This ad hoc rifle section will defend this farmhouse. Although maybe they'd be better to set to hide, I'm not sure, because it is a wooden building, which makes it vulnerable to enemy. We have this half Bren section as well. Which I think we'll also put in this farmhouse, which is another objective. And then that leaves me with what, one or two ad hoc rifle section? No, actually, God, did I place one of the ad hocs already? I did. They're here. Okay, so we'll put this other rifle section in this field and see if we can crawl toward the first LZ. We'll try and see if we can sneak to LZ1, because I don't know if I have to hold an LZ or not to be able to drop supplies, but I might have to. Okay. Let's see what the Germans bring to bear against us. We don't have any mortars, which sucks. We did have a mortar unit, but they got eliminated. All right, so we saw some Germans in here by this, I don't know, aqueduct or creek or something. We've got a Panzerschreck team here, which just got lit up. Already destroyed. So that's nice. This Schultzen unit already suffered a casualty, so these guys in the open, I guess it helps when your troops aren't pinned down. I'm assuming enemy mortars are going to start dropping on the cottage. Did I just hear a mortar already? We're going to sneak this run section down here. Maybe we can hit this reserve unit in the flank. They are dropping mortars on the cottage. We have no armor. It doesn't look like the Germans have armor yet either. So these Schultzen are pulling back. We've got an SS Grenadier, or I think this actually, is this a mortar? Or, yeah, this is a mortar back here. We just gotta hope they can't zero the cottage with the mortar rounds, because they could very quickly do a lot of damage. Oh, they're dropping mortars on the farmhouse too? Well, let's hope they don't hurt us too bad. That's a wooden structure, so this structure is much more vulnerable to weaponry. This is a stone or concrete structure, so it's much more secure. Vickers say they're pinned. That ain't good. Let's see if I can hit this reserve. Oh, there's also an MG42 here in the flank with my Brens. If they move on the cottage.
Area secured.
There's a Sturmgrenadier unit in this hedgerow as well. Alright, so we actually managed to take the first LZ. Oh, hell yeah. Go get these guys. There's a mortar here, but we might be able to go wipe it out if we charge. I've heard a lot of German units taking losses. So our Bren section just shot up this reserve unit, inflicting 50% casualties on it. We also inflicted a couple of casualties, or at least wounded, on the Sturmgrenadiers. I'm sure these Brens are about to be overrun. Holy shit. This reserve is surrendering to 2 Brens? They completely surrendered. 2 or 3 POWs to this one Bren section. Good job, boys. You're probably going to get overrun here in a second by a huge swarm of enemy troops, but meanwhile, my ad hoc rifle section attempted to charge his enemy mortar and got shot to pieces. They're fighting him right now. And they're wiped out. Or no, the Bren section is wiped out? No, ad hoc is wiped out. They did inflict 1 casualty and 1 walking wounded on the mortar. Bren section lost 1 of its 2 men. Like, so do these guys who surrendered get to come back and fight again? Because they're running away with their hands up. It looks like they're running away with their hands up. So I think they got wiped out. This MG42 also took some heavy losses. Dropping mortars right on that farmhouse. We did take the LZ though. They haven't moved the mortars to retake it, I guess. Can we ask for a ceasefire? I don't think I actually get, or I don't think I actually get the LZ, get to keep the LZ if we fight here again, but. Alright, so I requested a ceasefire, but the AI didn't accept it. One of our Bren sections took a casualty. How's the Vickers doing? Still 600 rounds of ammo, no longer pinned. We're gonna lose that other LZ right back. HE, thanks for the follow. Delric, thank you for the resub. Appreciate the support. Let's reserve. MG42 has just one man left. Left. To get him? There goes the Bren section that was holding up the entire attack on the cottage. Still can't get the ceasefire. This MG42 only has, oh, they're wiped. Who's, so they've got a panic guy and then they've got, the other guys are casualties, right? This unit should be destroyed. Nice. Usually telling them to shoot at a specific target's a bad idea, but we did just wipe out that MG42 that direction, that way. And I still won't accept a ceasefire request. Do they have anyone in the woods here? I'd move one of my units into the woods here to try and take the objective, but they're dropping mortars on me, which moving troops into the open under mortar fire, maybe not the best idea. Half this Sturmgrenadier unit is incapacitated. This MG42 is wiped out. This Panzerschreck is destroyed. So we've bloodied them. All right, hide for a second. I think our troops in here are not pinned. Well, they're cowering. They're pinned. But they're still shooting at the enemy as they try and crawl toward our cottage. I told my Vickers to hold its fire. Maybe they can save some ammo. Alright, so they still haven't tried to close on us yet. Got one of these scouts, so there's an enemy recon section here close to the cottage. We just lit up one of them. Oh shit, they're dropping smoke in front of the cottage. That's the first time I've seen the AI use smoke intelligently. Ah, we just wiped him out. So sometimes targeting specific enemy troops is not a bad idea. We have a walking wounded with the guy on the machine gun. How's the great victory? Well, I don't know how to call it a great victory yet. Man, I'm doing pretty well when I tell them specifically who to shoot at, Hauser. I know that's usually a bad idea, but... Hey, Coffee Filter, good to see you. Alright, so they are dropping smoke in front of the cottage. That could be a problem. Do they want a ceasefire now? Yes! Okay, so I'm happy with that ceasefire because I got one of the LZ sections, and I'm thinking that we might be able to get to nightfall. So I don't know if that matters, but these are red, so I'm assuming it matters for airdrops. So if we try and resupply Arnhem, hopefully we can resupply through the LZ at Oosterbeek. The battle ended because we agreed to a ceasefire. We gained control of some victory points. Unfortunately, you don't get to like keep the LZs, I don't think. Maybe that's why they're red. But the landing zone remains, it says the landing zone remains in German control, but really it's only LZ2, so I don't know. I don't know if that matters. We did inflict 18 casualties on the Germans. We only lost 6. And if we take a look here, we lost this half Bren section, which had already been shot up. Half of the other Bren section. AB rifles didn't lose any further casualties. One of our new AB ad hoc rifle sections is good. The other one got destroyed, and then our Vickers had 1 walking wounded. A lot of kills for this entire Vickers section. I don't know the difference between yellow and white, but I'm guessing one of them is kills and maybe one's incapacitated, or one's the campaign versus the day. I'm not sure. But anyway, white is surrendered. Yellow is wounded. We have not taken 15 prisoners and 10 prisoners from our Vickers section. There's no way that's what it is. Meanwhile, the Germans, if we take a look here, this infantry section lost better than 50%. This MG42 section was unhurt. The other MG42 section was destroyed. Schulzen section, 2 of them pretty much okay with 1 casualty between 2 infantry sections. Wiped out the recon section, damaged one of the Soldatens and another. Wiped out a reserve section. So overall, they've got a lot of damn troops on the map. Let's try and go overnight and see if we can. And we're going to go back to Nijmegen Bridge. Ooh, not really what I wanted to do. I'm tired of fighting on the southern end here. We fought 1 battle here last time. Got pretty badly wrecked. White is current mission, yellow's historical. Okay. All right. No chance of taking the Nijmegen southern end of the bridge, I don't think, or taking the map, but we do have part of the map. We'll see if the Germans bring any troops, any armor against us. We do have 1 bazooka section. We've got 7 points we can use in this operation. So that means I can go with another bazooka and half team, I think, is probably the smart thing to do. Well, another 30 cal might actually be nice, but probably not as nice as another bazooka if enemy tanks show up. Stop LARPing, General Gavin, whenever you want. So I don't think we're going to take the any of these objectives, but I can deploy some troops in these 3-story buildings here near the bridge. We'll have these guys set to hide. I don't want to open fire on them right away. I don't want to waste my ammo, especially if we don't have an LZ here for our troops. So I'm actually going to tell these guys to hide. And we'll just leave the southern end of the map out of our control. I'm assuming they can't take this objective. We'll hit them in the flank if they do. We'll let them come to us to try and make a play for the bridge ramp. Maybe kill them if they cross into the streets, into open terrain. And then we can hopefully counterattack them if the opportunity presents. That's everybody, right? Oh, there's one more section down here. Another bazooka section. All right. See what the enemy has in store for us. We hold the southern end of the bridge map. Oh, well, are you kidding me? They hit the 30 cal on their first mortar shot. How do they know I'm here, by the way? Do they see anyone? Any guns sitting out? That's a concrete building, by the way. That's a hell of a mortar shot. Nice big ass mortars plastering our position pretty good. They're chilling it in the trenches in the Hunter Park. Panzerschreck. No sign of enemy armor yet. Until they move east of these trenches here, I'm not going to open up fire yet. We still do have our 30 cal main gunner, just lost half his crew. Like, I guess they probably just logically think we're here, but can they actually see us? Oh, there's an 88mm flak gun up here. I don't think it has a angle to fire on us from where it is right now. Go ahead, AI, spend all your ammo, and then I'll counterattack. You got no bullets left. I know that takes for frickin' ever, so it probably won't happen. Oof, that mortar round landed right on top of us, but it doesn't look like it hurt anybody. Maybe one walking wounded. Oh my god, look at all this infantry they have. They're gonna make a move for that, Terravinstrat. See, the AI seems much more able to use trenches and whatnot for its defense. I feel like my troops just ignore all that stuff. Panzerschreck here. Fucking A. AB rifle lost one man on that mortar strike. Presumably they're also gonna like freak out our troops. Pretty disciplined fire too. Doesn't seem like they're shooting too rapidly. Let's see if we can take the Panzerschreck. If they're gonna move across the front of our building, yes, they're in cover. But it is our ad hoc unit. Come on, you're pinned and you haven't even shot anything yet. Open fire, boys. Oh shit, just fired a bazookas. Switch that to defend. Alright, the enemy does have troops moving out into the open. We will try and have all of our troops open fire on them. They're using Panzerschrecks against our 30 cal here. If we see anyone our 30 cal is cowering. Bastard. All your brothers around you are firing. Don't pull a Saving Private Ryan and just cower out. Let your boys get overrun at close. God, there's so many Germans. Maybe rifle took a hit. This unit in the center's getting... This building in the center's getting shot up a bit. But not where the problem is, the enemy does have cover. They do have this wood in front of them. Our bazooka took a hit there too. Those mortars are doing pretty good work on us. Alright, I think we wiped out that Panzerschreck. Someone. It said someone is no longer a threat. Oh, that Alfklaren. Okay. Where are you guys going? Where the hell are you guys going? I didn't order you to move, did I? You idiots! Back in the damn house! bazooka hit. The center unit's getting shot to pieces. We're gonna get overrun. We did shoot this SS reserve unit up pretty well in the front. It seems like when units are close, but they're covering, the directed fire works fairly well. But when they're maybe assaulting, maybe it's a bad idea. I'm not really sure. Bazooka exited the map. Freaking cowards. Really need those enemy mortars to stop shooting. No, you're not gonna give me a... Not gonna give me a ceasefire now, Germans? I don't blame you. I didn't really have another option, Sean Mac. The only other option we had was to advance. I suppose I could have put them in this house down here all by themselves. Kind of like Sickles at the peach orchard at Gettysburg. Way too far out there and no support. In theory, that was an option. Not an option I cared to explore. Man had no business rolling out to that orchard. Goddamn right he didn't. You guys want to give me a ceasefire? No? Well, the good news is the troops I have left have plenty of ammo. Bad news is we've been routed out of that northern building entirely. I think they used all their mortar rounds. So that's not bad. Hit these guys as they try and cross the street. Got the lead on the MG42 there. Your dudes suck at hiding? Yeah. I'm also telling him to shoot, so there's that. Nice. Get wrecked, Nazis. Oh shit. Shift fire south. They're coming at you. Don't shoot. Fuck. Someone's surrendering. They just overran the building. There goes the 30. I should have switched to defend. They rushed us and it worked. Oh yeah, they were bad at hiding. Guess I could have put them behind the building. We were destroyed, so we lost 19 men. The Germans only lost 12. Ugh. I mean, I have nothing to counterattack with, so I guess we gotta wait till overnight. We were overrun off the southern edge of the building. This is pretty realistic. The Germans held, I think, both ends of the bridge at Nijmegen until the river crossing. Like, they were still fighting through Nijmegen. Okay. Well, that ain't good. So now the Germans are going to counterattack Nijmegen Bridge into the city. Into Nijmegen City. And I have 2 bazooka teams that were routed off the map and a light rifle section. We'll buy a 30 cal and a half team. Funfaus. God, this sucked fighting through this city to get here in the first place. Let's pray they don't have armor. Can they? Okay, so if we actually hold from back here and this 3-story back here, this 30 cal is a nice view of the street. So we'll do that with the 30 cal. We'll keep this bazooka team kind of deployed forward here, but hiding, if they can effectively do that. Let's actually switch these guys over here and hide. Okay, so those northern objectives, I think, is the spot where we're going to defend. And we'll put maybe a rifle down here to defend the fun house to prevent them from flanking us. All right. This is probably a dumb deployment, but it is what it is. The enemy has something down here. Some infantry down here on the southern end of the map. The apothecary is not currently held by anybody. So want me to do a ceasefire? No? You want to fight? Okay. I don't know if it was brilliantly conceived. That might be stretching it a little bit, but it could have succeeded, I guess. The Funfaus. I don't know if that's a fun house. It looks like it says Funfaus anyway. It's not spelled like Funfis and 5. So maybe it is fun. I don't know. Where are the Germans? Oh, way to give yourselves away, boys. G42 and Aufklaren are in this house. I'm not sure I want you shooting at those guys. Panzerschreck also, so they've gone strong on the southern end of this map. So this one infantry team is going to get isolated and pretty quick. Spicy McDouche, thanks for the follow. How did this blow up? Looks like there was a grenade maybe tossed into this Elfklaren house because the roof looks like it's... You guys are going to get overrun. I'd ordered you to pull back, but I'm pretty sure you'd get... Some of you at least are suppressed. So I think you'd probably get overrun. They're going building to building. They're gonna assault this complex here pretty quick. Here they come. They're assaulting with an MG42? Or they're deploying it next to us? One guy was hit in the open as he tried to cross the house. One guy made it in. Multiple. Took a victory location. What victory? Oh, we probably took the front house. One man down on our end. Two men down. These guys charging out into the open? What are they doing? Did they like charge out into the street? All right, so we wiped out this reserve section. We're fighting someone. Rifle section is almost wiped out. We've got 2 walking wounded left. Destroyed a rifle. Crippled an MG42, or damaged it anyway. And damaged an Elfklaren. But the only troops we have left. Can we? I don't want to. Just. These soldiers are probably tired, hurt. In theory, they're holding the building, but they're surrounded. You want to give me a ceasefire? No? Okay. I'd be tempted to retreat them, but there's so many Germans around this house right now. Oh, there goes one of them. Maybe the Germans will use up all their grenades. Just hide and shoot them if they come inside. They're assaulting. Is the German stabbing at my guy who's crawling on the ground? I don't even know if my guy's fighting back. And there they go. Well, they effectively overran that southern house all by itself. They're going to move around and take these other buildings. I think at leisure. What I'm curious about... So they took the apothecary. What do they have up north here? I don't see any armor. So they took the Hod factory as well. Let's move here to guard the southern approach. Because I think they're going to come up from here. 30 cal probably can fire a little bit to cover.
Take cover!
If they come up that street, meanwhile the bazooka is going to try and take back the apothecary if there's not much in the way of enemy troops there. But we're redeploying these guys to this corner house.
Team redeploy.
Or at least that's the order. Get in the damn house. Are 30 cals already out of ammo? Or did they not have sufficient stock to start the battle? Well, that negates that value of the 30 there. Oh, wait, there's some Germans in one of these houses, I think. Where? Ha! It would be funny if it was Bazooka versus Panzerschreck.
Team redeploy.
They've got other troops to the south there, though. They're moving through this wooded terrain here in the center. So we've got 86 rounds from McQueen, and we've got 2 rounds of the 30 cal. Gotta let me some bazookas. That's Grusbeak. That's the LZ. That's the Grave. One of them is the path that 30 core comes down. The other is there you go. You got one of the Aufklaren. Be happy to hold part of the city. I think we're cut off with no supplies with these guys, though, so they're just going to get weaker and weaker. They do have some mortars, too, by the looks of it. They just dropped one on us. It was nowhere near the target. But the problem is we lost the LZ here, so I think these guys, in effect, are surrounded. Nice. Our bazooka did manage to destroy that Panzerschreck team. Go see if you can retake the apothecary. Mortars are coming in now. God damn it, our bazooka team has 3 rounds of bazooka ammo left, no rounds of small arms. Can we retake the apothecary and then ask for a ceasefire? Maybe with those handful of casualties we've inflicted, they'll accept it. There we go. Go after D. Niedermeyer. The battle technically ends if you take all the objectives also, but we're not going to take everything back that they took from us. Oh, we got a ceasefire. Hell yeah, I'll take it. So we hold the northern portion of Nijmegen still. 16 German casualties to just 6 allied. That is a good trade. What did they have left, though? Because I had, like, no ammo. That's the problem. So we've got 2 bazookas, an ad hoc, and a 30 cal with no ammo. They had SS, MG42, 1 destroyed, 1 Schultzen destroyed, 1 Aufklaren destroyed. So they still had an 88 somewhere. They had an 88 somewhere, an MG, a mortar, a Panzerschreck. I don't think we could have taken them, but I think I was in better shape than I thought. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap this video up here, and we will pick things up next time with a battle near the Arnhem Relief section of the map. We'll see if we can stop the German counterattack trying to drive us away from the Arnhem Bridge. And that'll be for the next episode, though. So until next time, this is the Historical Gamer once again saying thank you very much for watching. And until next time, I'm out.